Blake and Joel, two of the stars of Moonshadow, including Moonshadow himself.
Yes,
That's
right.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of pressure to
Yes.
be called Moonshadow in the show. Yeah.
So the show, we've learned a bit that it's set on another planet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's right.
give us a synopsis of what this is all about.
Being set on another planet, it's kind of this world called Alalia, and in Alalia, the only light source that they have is the moon. The sun disappeared a long time ago, basically, and so the only source of heat and the only source of energy actually comes from the factory in the town where most people work. And that's where we meet these characters, and we meet Stormy and Lisa, and then Moonshadow's there as well, who takes Stormy on his journey, and
Now, both of you have been working on the show for quite some months, which must have been exciting working with Cat Stevens himself.
Oh, it was unbelievable. Auditioning for Cat Stevens was a slightly out-of-body experience. And it's one of those auditions you walk away going, oh, God, what have I done? I don't even know what I did in there, because he just has this incredible quality. He's very gracious, very generous, and he looks at you and genuinely kind of penetrates you, which, with his whole kind of aura. And, he's an extraordinary figure, and we feel very... very blessed and honoured to be involved.
Yeah.
I actually went to the audition with my mother. She drove me to the audition, and I was unbelievably excited, but I think my mum was a little bit more excited that I was going into a room where Yusuf was going to be.
Oh, so. I bet she had the vinyl albums at home.
Yeah, exactly right.
Yeah. So as Moonshadow, what do you get to see?
I'm very lucky. I get to sing one of the new songs that is in the show called Doors. It's a beautiful number. It's very gospel and big, beautiful sing. But I also sing Sad Lisa, a section of Sad Lisa in this dream sequence. Very young, I get to do as well. So yeah, beautiful songs. Beautiful.
And I guess, one of the famous Cat Stevens songs, one of the early ones, Matthew and Son. I guess you're and Son.
That's right. Yeah, I'm playing Pat Matthew. And Pat is kind of this interesting character where he kind of comes from the bad side of town, but he's very rich and very wealthy. But it's kind of interesting through the workshop process that kind of Pat started out as this kind of bad character, but we kind of found the light in Pat, and he kind of brings light to the show through his earnest attempt at loving Lisa.
And his extended dance
and my extended dance sequences, which we're yet to see how they come out, but we'll see. And I get to sing I get to sing Yusuf's more upbeat numbers. So I get to do Ruby Love, which is turned into Who'll Be My Love in the show, and also Crazy as well, which is
Is that one of the new songs?
No, I think it's one of Yusuf's older songs. But it's kind of been changed. Both those songs have kind of been changed to fit Pat and to fit the show and to fit the world. Yeah.
It must be interesting because, these are classic albums featuring classic songs that a lot of us have known for, 30, 40 years. And being tied together into a musical for the first time must have been interesting from, I guess, a Cat Stevens perspective. And it's probably a question for Yusuf, but how does he knit the songs together?
I think it's really interesting that the songs themselves are kind of stories. Every single Cat Stevens song is kind of a story within itself, and
a lot of the songs have within them a sort of a quest and a desire to search for something, which is beautiful to transform into a narrative as well. But I suppose this kind of musical that incorporates existing songs into a narrative, it's not new now. I mean, we've been dealing with this now for the last 10, 15 years with Mamma Mia, you name it. So it's not a new format, and in many cases works extremely well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I think Cat Stevens' music actually lends itself.
Beautifully.
I started researching for the audition for this, it was amazing that listening to his songs, I was kind of like, wow, these do tell these amazing stories. So I think it was it's an incredible process that Yusuf has gone through to knit these together. But once you actually see them in the context of the show, it kind of, the songs stand out on their own because of their history, but they hold the show up.
And part of the joy of this kind of musical is to get that recognition of a song that in a different context, and then placing it in this new context. Suddenly there's this lovely moment of recognition and seeing it for the first time again almost.
Is there dialogue?
Yes, there is dialogue.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, which Yusuf has also written as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're looking forward to seeing the world premiere of Moonshadow in Melbourne, Australia. I should have worn a Cat Stevens t-shirt instead of a Rolling Stones t-shirt. But I promise I'll wear a Cat Stevens t-shirt to my Mick Jagger interview next time. Guys, thanks for joining us here at Noise 11.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.